preschoolers! This book is called Wilfred by Ryan Higgins. Our story begins in a faraway place. There once lived a lonesome giant named Wilfred. Wilfred was humongous and hairy, and the thing he wanted most of all in the whole wide world was a friend. One day, Wilfred came across a little town with little tiny people in it. These little people were very unusual. They didn't have a single hair on their heads, not even the ladies. In this odd little town, there were little bald children playing. Wilfred wanted to go join them. So he did. And they all ran away. Uh-oh, how do you think those children feel? They look scared. All except one brave little boy who said to the big hairy giant, "Sit!" And Wilfred did. Said the boy. "Stand on one foot." And Wilfred did. Can you all stand on one foot? I bet you can. Play golf. And Wilfred did. Play the ukulele. And Wilfred did. That's a little tiny guitar. Do my math homework. Wilfred did. Reenact the Battle of Waterloo. And Wilfred did. Here he is. The little boy and the hairy giant had so much fun, they decided Wilfred would come back the very next day. Meanwhile, the little bald townspeople watched as the big hairy giant lumbered away. They wanted hair too. And with winter coming fast, they wanted it soon. So the little tiny bald people and the little tiny bald town came up with a big, nasty idea. Uh-oh. When Wilfred came back the next day, a few of the little people stopped him and told him that big hairy monsters were not allowed in their little bald town. So if he wanted to visit, he would have to stop being big or stop being hairy. Since Wilfred couldn't stop being big, the only thing left for him to do was to stop being hairy. Oh, poor Wilfred. That's not very kind. So the little bald people said he should let them cut off his hair. And Wilfred did. Oh no, all of his pretty hair is gone. Without his hair, poor Wilfred was too cold to play with the little boy. Instead, the big hairless giant went back to his cave. Ooh, he's warming up his cold hands on a hot fire. Winter came early and the snow piled up on the ground while the little boy waited day after day for the monster to return. But Wilfred did not come back. The little boy couldn't understand why. Until one afternoon, trudging back into town, he was met with a big, hairy surprise. Some of the little bald people in his little bald town were not bald anymore. They had wigs. When the boy asked where they had gotten all the hair, they replied, "Just for some big, hairy monster." Oh no! Without his hair, the giant would freeze. The little boy had to help. He ran back home where he made giant mittens out of his blankets. Oh, he's cutting his blankets. Oh dear. The boy went to find Wilfred. That night, a blizzard with great blustery gusts tossed the boy like a little bald snowflake and carried away his giant mittens. In the face of disaster and the danger of frostbite, the boy tried to stay calm. Oh no, he's starting to cry. His plan isn't working out. The snow fell and the wind blew through the night, and the next morning the town awoke minus one tiny member. The boy was missing. The town sent out a search committee. They looked and they looked and they looked for the little lost boy. Oh, I see something ahead. Until at last they found him safe and warm, because in the night when the boy was lost, he had shouted, "Please save me!" And Wilfred did. The townspeople felt sorry. This creature wasn't just a big hairy monster. He was a hero and he needed their help. Oh, they're all looking kind of sad. I think they feel bad that they were not kind to the monster. They covered Wilfred in blankets and made a big fire to help keep him warm. Then they all took their wigs and they sewed them back together again into a great big hairy suit for Wilfred to wear. And that's how Wilfred came to have a zipper and a smile. Look at that silly zipper. Now he's happy and warm. And a very best friend. The end.